Hi, welcome back. So we are in chapter 1, introduction. In this chapter, we're going to be looking at number of outline to establish the mechanism of this book. First of all, we'll be looking at the course strategy, and then we will be looking at project and timeline, followed by the outline, programming and structure, and finally development, execution, and maintenance. Let's go ahead and explore the first outline, course strategy. Well, when it comes to strategy, it is very important to establish the idea from the very beginning about what solution are you actually trying to design or produce. What is the idea of your all work that you put on and the effort and the budget. That's why I think that many people try to jump to conclusion learning certain skills without actually establishing specific strategy. That's why they got lost along the way. So the kind of business that we are involving in terms of technology, it's really very, very complex, because in every moment, actually, you could think of that a new tool is coming up to the market and new things and new solution is produced. But the idea, actually, if you dig deeper into what is available, you would discover that are actually built on the same exact underlying framework. So there is an idea there. And then everyone try to recycle the outcome of it in a different way. You have to be independent. You cannot be dependent on many of the available tools or frameworks out there. That's why the course strategy here, I have adopted actually a very familiar map, should be to you if you have actually taken the first book of this material. And that is research from the start to the end. In that book, we have explored the element of this map, which we started by looking at what is the research question. And that is exactly the essential point that I do believe, even in this course, we need to ask a question. What are we trying to solve and why? This is very important. It is not about whatever tool that you have, maybe high budget you have, but if you are asking wrong question, I think whatever beautiful product you introduce at the end, it will be just left off the shelf. So that's why we need to ask ourselves question. We have to focus, we have to ask, we have to be determined to understand why are we putting that effort, and then our selection of the right tool will be actually quite right. Next, of course, you're going to ask about the structure. Since you have understood the research question, you have articulated the research question, next you will be able to create or choose the right structure, followed by the design, of course. And this is where the data come in. And now, since you have established the diagram or the paradigm of your solution, so to speak, I think you need data. And this is where the sampling plan starts. And sampling plan actually indicates somehow where is your data coming from. Is it real-time data? Is it data is been stored in database? That's why sampling plan is very important to decide where is the sort of data will come from. Since we are dealing with an AI framework, or we want to adopt the framework of AI to design our final product. And since by now you should be able to understand that data is the core or the main element actually of the framework of AI. It is not just only a standard or traditional way of designing just a desktop solution or a mobile solution. And next, of course, you will be designing your instrument design. And this is where the collection comes from. I mean, are you going to use automated one like maybe CCTV is just streaming the real-time information, or maybe it's going to be a research, it's going to be maybe a survey, I don't know. So you have actually to ask the right question. What is the instrument going to capture that? And that will be followed, of course, with test of measurement to make sure the integrity of the data is correct. I mean, this could be during the process of cleaning and preparing the right shape of the data. And here we go, you're ready for operationalization, which include, of course, all the steps that you're going to be learning very well in this book that include, of course, choosing the programming language, the IDE that you're going to utilize, maybe the database, the different packages that might help you to put out the final outcome somehow. And of course, the outcome of this, all of which, it will be the final product that this book is all about. For example, we're going to be designing 2 desktop applications, right? So in the first project, it's going to be for healthcare. The second one may be about finance, which is actually the true thing. So you could see totally different fields, but the actual idea, whatever we are trying to design, it's still governed by the actual steps of this following life cycle steps. So how did I come up with the idea by joining such irrelevant the diagram, maybe some people might look at it, to put it for a course? Actually, it is absolutely related, because in my opinion, if you understand those steps one by one, I think, and you establish them in the right way, whatever outcome or product you are trying to design, it will be just completely right and valuable. That's why I have chosen this diagram to be my actually core principle when we start actually implementing the project. So I will be, first of all, asking question, and then I will simulate some structure that we're going to be looking at. Then I will propose some designs, and then we'll be looking at the plan or the sample plan, and then the instrument that would the data come from for the first project and the second one. And then we'll be looking at some test of measurement where we're going to design actually the shape of the data, prepare it for the process of AI model. And then we start our operationalization by actually making the design and the front and the back end for the final product. This is all about the course strategy. I hope you actually try to adopt the same mechanism. It's not actually forcible, but it's something I would like to share with you. How do I work on producing a final product? Next, we'll be looking at the next outline of project and timeline. I'll see you then.